wanted this review. I wanted to talk about Master Planet Doom. Now, I really like the Eric Roberts Master, right? I really like the Eric Roberts Master. What's the first one they did? Let's see if we can find it. Because the second one I didn't like at all, and I decided not to get it because I couldn't get through it. Fine, yeah. The first one very much sets out what this range is. It's an American spin-off of Doctor Who it's got that American sensibility but lots of English accents. So this was quite good. He was also in Masterful, which I liked a lot as well. So Volume 2, Chase Masterson, of course, Lita from Deep Space Nine, who again, on her first release. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. There's a picture of her and Sylvester McCoy together. Sylvester McCoy is like, "Oh my God, this is the hottest woman I've ever been near ever." I think it's in this one. Let me see, Shadowheart. What year was this from? Man, the last 12 years have been a long 12 years. Let me tell you. There we go. Right. That was just before Life Caught Up with Chase Masterson. That was literally just before she still had that like Hollywood glow going on, right? Not so much recently. And again, God bless her. That was very. If you want to get one episode of Survivor, the first one was £30. That's too much. But she's really good in that. Do you have any pictures from? Let's see, Planet Doom, backstage. And again, like she's become like an aging Hollywood diva, much like Eric Roberts. Oh, poor guy wearing his mask there. Much like Eric Roberts. What can I tell you? But yeah, I like Eric Roberts' master a lot. Right, I really do. Somebody sent me this. I didn't buy it because I thought the second one wasn't good. I only got through halfway through the second story, so I wasn't going to get this. Somebody sent it to me, and I said, if it's not woke and entertaining, I will pay for it. Well, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I pay for it today, right? So that's an indication. It's not like the greatest thing ever. I'm not even sure it's worth $24.19, but it's not bad. All right, it's not bad at all. And I do like, if you like Eric Roberts' Master, you get a lot of it in this one. So essentially, the beginning and end of all these ones always has Eric Roberts like thrown into the time vortex, right? And he's always like clawing his way to get out. So basically, it was good because that's how he entered the second box set, which I didn't finish. So so it was good. He was basically at the same point. So what we got here? So the Master of Vienna Salvatore, that she plays the greatest assassin in the universe. What, greater than Doom? So much better than, man, if they did her instead of Doom, it would have been so much better than Doomsday. Oh my God. Because Chase Masterson, she has respect for fans, right? And she's grateful for fans. Right, the Master of Vienna Salvatore form an unlikely alliance that they are forced to join an expedition to a forbidden planet accompanied by elite Marines, government scientists, and corporate mercenary with access to some very old unit files. They go in search of an ancient subterranean labyrinth infested by an alien life form the Master knows only too well. So they get the vibe of this. Imagine James Cameron's Aliens with English people. That's essentially what it's like. So Basilisk. And I do like the music. Do they have no, they don't have a video for this one. I like that the Master has his own theme, which is a very like serpentine theme, which works because the Master is essentially serpentine. This version of it. So Vienna finds herself held prisoner on a warship. Private contractors working with the military scientific division want her to help resurrect the Master. Why? Because they need him as a guide to the bowels of an aimless planet. The Master is their man. So again, much like the Aliens franchise, you have a military unit and they need the Master for some of the theories for this, like this expedition they're going into to open up a some doorway, right? And you get into like the military machinations of stuff, and a lot of well, but this was written by Robert Whitlock, and I think he was the script editor for the range or the box set. It's fun hearing him on the making of, because he's got such a London accent. It feels like Bob Hoskins talking to you. But like, so this is all about world building. Again, imagine in what was it, Alien Resurrection? You have like the dodgy off-book military, basically that, right? Basically doing dodgy off-book things, basically that, right? So why do they need Vienna Salvatore? They needed her to get the master, I think, right? But again, there's a great bit in it where they're looking at unit files of what the target is, and he feels like the same character as Robert Delgado, so that I think works really well. Now, this is obviously an Axos, because you see Axos on the cover, right? So that's a bit of a giveaway. Axos, written by Barnaby K, was also good. The Master and Vienna are joined at the hip. Yeah, that's actually kind of a fun part of this box set, that they have to work together, and if they try and get away from each other, they'll both die, and they have absolute hatred of each other. But again, I just love Eric Roberts' take on the Master, which is like when they first capture him, right? He says, "Let me guess, you're gonna threaten me with something or offer me riches beyond my imagination if I agree." And I said, "Oh, we'll certainly offer you riches." And he gets a great line, says, "There's nothing you have I can't take." Right? And that sounds so much like the Master, right? And Eric Roberts is really knocks out of the park. His voice drips with charm and menace at the same time. Perfect Master, right? Absolutely perfect Master. So they join him at this alien labyrinth where they have to go down there. Basically, it's a Time Lord facility, a prison facility for Axos. But deadlier things than ancient booby traps await them. Deep within the subterranean darkness, they discover a terrifying entity that's been waiting for millennia to be set free. Vienna is horrified, but the Master knows an opportunity when he sees one. Yeah, again, very much seems like the same character from Claws of Axos, right? Very much seems like the same character. Now, you'll notice there is a Axos Paul McGann on the cover. That's where this whole thing falls apart, right? And I listened to the last part twice to see if I could work out what was going on, and I still couldn't, right? It still was, I was like, what? So I wasn't clear what was going on. And again, I re-listened to it. With the countdown ticking, the Master and Vienna are desperate to escape, but if Axos gets loose, the entire galaxy is doomed. Vienna needs a miracle, and perhaps she's found one, but probably not the miracle she was expecting. So in the middle of this, we have a TARDIS show up, a Paul McGann in it. Now, I couldn't work out if this was supposed to be an Axon Paul McGann or a Paul McGann, Dr. Paul McGann. Seems to be that he came here in an earlier venture because they were trying to escape and got caught by them for several millennia, and then he got let out. What the gold Axon is doing here on the cut, I don't know, right? I really don't know. And like, what? He just seems to be like parachuted into the story for no good reason. Other than to put him on the cover to sell. Right? There could have been many other people they could have done that would have been much better. Yeah, so I was a tad. It wasn't. I mean, it's always fun to hear Paul McGann, right? And he is a very good archetypal doctor. It didn't make any sense him turning up out of nowhere. Other than that, though, I found it was a good set, right? I did think it was a good set. So the last part was written by Robert Valentine, Hellbound. I'm not sure it's because of the direction or the script or both that I couldn't understand what was going on, right? But it was for one of them. So, you know, it's not a full-throated, wholehearted recommendation, but it's a I paid for it, okay? I'm speaking Jew to you right now. I put money down for this, right? After I listened to it, so I didn't even need to want to listen. I put money down for it because I didn't want to steal it, because I figured if I bought it, I wouldn't feel like I was gypped, right? And that's really the bottom line. If I bought it, I wouldn't have felt like I was gypped. So I think they deserve they deserve to be paid for this, right? They deserve to be paid for. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.